Okay, there's a review of these Arnott rear struts, or rear shocks, whatever you want to call them, struts, shocks, whatever. Okay, I have a GLS 550. This is a 2017 550. And when I was looking for shocks the other day, I couldn't find anyone who actually had like reviews of these Arnotts, like real reviews, just a bunch of like forums, people talking shit. So here's my review. My rear was a little soggy and I thought it was the shocks. Car still under warranty. I didn't even take it to the dealership. I was just like, it's the struts, shocks. Let me just buy new shocks. Went looking, Bilstein is like 1,000 and change per. So I was like, well, I don't want to spend that much on shocks. So I looked around, found these Arnotts, called Arnott to make sure it was the right model. I ended up buying them from Summit Racing. Spoke to them at Summit Racing again to make sure they were the right ones, right? Got them in maybe 2 months ago and installed them. Now, first thing to note about these, they do not have they're not the same ride height as the factory ones. The factory ones are shorter, and these have a much longer range of compression. Like they go further up and down than the factory ones do. That's something to note as well. My review of them. As you can see, they're not on my car anymore. So after I put them on my car, I realized the car was still not driving the way I liked, and I ended up changing my sway bar links in the front and the back. And the car got tighter, drove tighter, but I was getting a clunking sound in the back. Clunk, 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 clunk. And I'm like, what is that? What is going on? And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? Let me just take it to the dealer. Let them tell me what's wrong with it. Took the car to the dealer. The dealer picked it up, looked over everything and said, the car is 100% fine, but the Arnotts are no good. The solenoid on both of them are broken, does not work. It's not actuating, not doing its job at all. And so I came back, kept my factories. I ended up putting my factory ones back in. The car only has 86,000 miles. The dealer told me, look, the factory ones are probably still good. It was probably the sway bar links that needed to be changed. Put my factory ones back in, car drives like new. These Arnott ones did not work from the factory. Here are the boxes. Thankfully, Summit Racing is like, no, just send them back and we'll give you a refund. I think it's like 1,000 and change for these. But my thing is, how do you sell $450 struts, shocks, whatever, that don't work from the factory, out the box? Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend them. Yeah, Bilstein is very expensive, but I guess you get what you pay for. Yeah, so that's my review.